Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I'm excited to introduce our topic for this presentation. Today, we will be exploring Class 7th Civics, Chapter 2. This is the cover slide, so I just want to give you a quick idea of what's coming up. We'll be discussing the key concepts of this chapter, understanding how civics relates to our daily lives, and exploring some important examples. Let's get started and make this a fun and informative session. Let's take a look at the contents of today's presentation. We'll start with the role of the government in health, which is a crucial aspect because it shapes how healthcare services are organized and delivered. Then, we'll explore healthcare facilities, understanding the different types available to us. Moving forward, we'll discuss the important topic of healthcare and equality, how access to health services should be fair and equal for everyone. Next, we have a glossary to clarify key terms, which will help us better understand the concepts discussed later on. We'll also look into public and private healthcare services, comparing their roles and functions in our society. The Kerala experience provides a valuable case study of effective health initiatives, while the Costa Rican approach offers insights into innovative health strategies from another country. We'll also include some practical activities like worksheets and multiple-choice questions to reinforce learning. Additionally, we'll examine what actions can be taken to improve health services, and we'll see how organizations like ICSE, CBSE, AJE, Hazare contribute to learning. Finally, we'll touch on the role of the government specifically in health for Class 7, ensuring we understand the key responsibilities and challenges involved. This comprehensive overview connects all these points to help us grasp the importance of government involvement in health and how it impacts each of us. Let's delve into the role of the government in health. On this slide, we'll explore several important topics that help us understand how health services are managed and provided. First, we'll look at what exactly health means, because understanding health is the foundation for effective healthcare policies. Then, we'll examine the healthcare system in India, highlighting the mix of public and private providers. We'll discuss the difference between public health services, which are government-funded and aim to serve the entire population, and private health facilities, which often offer more specialized or quicker services but at a cost. A key question we'll consider is healthcare and equality. Is adequate healthcare available to everyone, regardless of their background or income? This is a crucial issue because health should be a right, not a privilege. Next, we'll think about what can be done to improve access and quality of healthcare. We'll take a look at some inspiring examples, like the Kerala experience, where strong public health systems have made a significant difference. We'll also explore the Costa Rican approach, which emphasizes preventive care and community health. And of course, we can't forget the importance of simple hygiene practices, like washing your hands. Whether it's during a pandemic or not, good hand hygiene is essential to prevent the spread of many diseases, including COVID-19. Remember, good health is a shared responsibility, and government plays a vital role in ensuring that everyone has access to the care they need. Let's take a closer look at some important terms in this slide. First, we have public. This refers to activities or services that are meant for everyone, absolutely for all people, without exception. It's about making sure that essential services, like healthcare or education, are accessible to the entire community. Next, we have medical tourists. These are foreigners who travel to our country specifically to get medical treatment at hospitals here. They come for specialized care, often seeking quality services or affordable options that might not be available in their home countries. The phrase, wash your hands, Corona ho na ho, is a reminder about hygiene and health safety, emphasizing that good hand hygiene is crucial, whether there's a pandemic or not. It's about staying healthy and preventing the spread of illness. Moving on, private refers to activities or services organized by individuals or companies for their own gain. Think of private hospitals or clinics. They operate independently and often offer specialized or faster services. Finally, communicable diseases are illnesses that can spread from one person to another through various ways, like water, food, or even the air we breathe. These diseases highlight the importance of hygiene, sanitation, and awareness to prevent outbreaks and protect public health. All these concepts tie back to our overall theme, understanding health and safety, especially in the context of medical tourism and public health. Recognizing what's public versus private and how diseases spread helps us make informed decisions about health practices and policies. When we talk about health, we're really referring to our ability to stay free from illness and injuries. But it's not just about avoiding sickness. Other factors can influence how healthy we feel, like feeling dull or inactive, experiencing anxiety or being scared for long periods, and even things like drinking enough water or dealing with pollution. It's important to remember that we have the power to shape our health. Staying positive and focusing on the good can help us fight against those negative forces that might bring us down. Ultimately, maintaining health is about a balanced approach taking care of our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, so we can live our lives to the fullest. Let's take a closer look at some of the positive and negative aspects of healthcare in India. On the positive side, India is the largest producer of doctors and has a significant number of medical colleges, which is a great achievement. Healthcare facilities have also expanded over the years, improving access for many people. Additionally, India attracts a large number of medical tourists from around the world, highlighting the quality of some of our healthcare services. However, there are also notable challenges. For instance, despite having many doctors, their distribution is uneven. The doctor-to-population ratio is much lower in rural areas, meaning many rural communities lack adequate medical care. Even with the growth in healthcare facilities, many people still die from diseases like tuberculosis and malaria, which points to gaps in prevention and treatment. Another major concern is access to clean drinking water. We are not able to provide it to everyone, and this leads to waterborne diseases such as diarrhea, worms, and hepatitis, which are serious health threats. Furthermore, while India is the third largest producer of medicines globally, a large portion of our population, about half of all children, do not receive enough nutritious food, which affects their overall health and development. So, as we reflect on these points, it's clear that we have made significant progress, but there are still many negative forces that challenge our healthcare system. The key is to stay positive and work together to fight against these issues, ensuring better health outcomes for all. Let's take a closer look at the key components of healthcare in India. First, health workers play a crucial role. They include qualified doctors and other health professionals who are trained to advise, diagnose, and treat various illnesses. Their expertise is vital for providing quality care and ensuring that patients get the right treatment. Next, nurses are an integral part of the healthcare system. You might have seen signs like, "No mask, no entry." This highlights the importance of protective measures in hospitals to prevent the spread of infections. In addition to the healthcare personnel, we also need medicines and essential equipment. These are necessary for effectively treating patients and ensuring that healthcare facilities can operate smoothly. All these components together form the backbone of healthcare in India, emphasizing the need for a well-organized and resourceful system to meet the health needs of the population. Now, let's take a look at the different types of healthcare facilities. As we know, healthcare in India is a vast and complex system, comprising various facilities designed to meet the diverse needs of the population. Hospitals are the most prominent, providing specialized and emergency care. Ambulances play a crucial role in ensuring timely transportation for patients in critical condition. June 14th is celebrated as World Blood Donor Day, highlighting the importance of voluntary blood donation in saving lives. Health centers are often the first point of contact in rural and semi-urban areas, offering primary healthcare services. Laboratories are essential for accurate diagnosis, guiding effective treatment plans. Blood banks are vital for storing and providing safe blood for transfusions, especially during surgeries or emergencies. Together, these facilities form the backbone of our healthcare system, ensuring that people receive the right care at the right time. Understanding these different types helps us appreciate the complexity and importance of healthcare infrastructure in India. He ugleanos, he slideanos, he meanos, he humanos, he batenos, he cadeganos, he swasterenos, he sevauenos, he caenos, he daenos, he mucuranos, he ptacatoenos, he kianos, he joinos, he hamateanos, he dacianos, he meanos, he opalubtenos, he herenos, he toenos, he pahalaenos, he herenos, he sarbadnicanos, he swasterenos, he sevaianos. He yanienos, he voinos, he sovidhaenos, he joinos, he sadcarenos, he dwataenos, he ptadanenos, he kienos, he jatienos, he herenos, he innenos, he sovidhauenos, he mucasadenos, he herenos, he subhienos, he nagdicoenos, he coenos, he swasterenos, he sevienos, he sustienos, he odenos, he asanenos, he ptadanenos, he cutnaenos, he iscaenos, he tuhitenos, he hospitalenos. He clinicanos, he odenos, he unyaenos, he swasterenos, he caedaenos, he shamalenos, he herenos, he joinos, he amenos, he juntaenos, he caenos, he lirenos, he coleanos, he hoteanos, he herenos. He dustaenos, he herenos, he nigienos, he swasterenos, he sovidhaenos, he ianos, he sovidhaenos, he nigienos, he senstanoenos, he iaenos, he hospitaloenos, he dwataenos, he senchalatenos, he hotienos, he herenos, he amtorenos, he parenos, he inenos, he sevauenos, he meanos, he tagienos, he seanos, he sevaenos, he miltienos, he herenos, he odenos, he vishacenos, he sovidhaenos, he pienos. He opalubtenos, he herenos, he lakenaenos, he inmeanos, he kutchaenos, he pienos, he udhikaenos, he hoenos, he suctaenos, he herenos. He yahenos, he batenos, he bohutenos, he jaturianos, he herenos, he kilenos, he jubenos, he humenos, he pienos, he swasterenos, he sevaenos, he caenos, he opiogenos, he careanos, he toenos, he humeanos, he savtanianos, he budetnianos, he chaheanos, he jesseanos, he kilenos, he slideanos, he meanos, he licaenos, he herenos. 6. He gudgenos, he kienos, he dudienos. He maskenos, he herenos, he jaturianos. He yahenos, he humeanos, he codonaenos, he jessienos, he seanos, he suductaenos, he ducneanos, he caenos, he subseanos, he asanenos, he odenos, he ptabhavienos, he taticaenos, he herenos. He toenos, he colenos, he malacaenos. He humeanos, he yahenos, he sumajnaenos, he chaheanos, he kilenos, he donoenos, he ptacarenos, he kienos, he sevaenos, he hamateanos, he swasterenos, he caenos, he adharenos, he herenos, he sadcarenos, he kienos, he sahaitaenos, he seanos, he humenos, he subenos, he muptenos, he iaenos, he cumenos, he lagatenos, he meanos, he sevaenos, he ptaptenos, he carenos, he sucteanos, he herenos. He odenos, he nigienos, he sevaenos, he humeanos, he beatarenos, he odenos, he twatitenos, he sovidhaenos, he datienos, he herenos, he donoenos, he caenos, he sahienos, he estemalenos, he hienos, he humeanos, he swastenos, he odenos, he suductaenos, he ducneanos, he meanos, he mudadenos, he cutenos, he suctaenos, he herenos. Let's talk about public health services. These are a network of health centers and hospitals managed by the government to serve the community. At the village level, you'll find small health centers where a nurse and a village health worker are available. They're trained to handle common illnesses and work closely under the supervision of doctors at the primary health center, or PHC. Moving up to the district level, there's a district hospital that oversees all the smaller health centers in the area, ensuring quality care and coordination. In larger cities, you'll notice many government hospitals, including specialized ones that focus on specific fields of medicine. It's important to remember, especially in our overall health theme, that simple precautions like avoiding touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands can make a big difference in preventing illness. Let's talk about private health facilities. In urban areas, you'll find private clinics that serve the community. These areas also have a large number of doctors, many of whom offer specialized services to meet specific health needs. You might also notice shops where medicines are sold, making healthcare more accessible. Now, moving to rural areas, the scene is a bit different. Here, you'll typically find registered medical practitioners, or RMPs, who provide essential healthcare services. There are also private hospitals and nursing homes, which are owned and operated independently of the government. These facilities often include laboratories that perform tests and offer advanced facilities like X-ray and ultrasound scans. It's important to remember that private health facilities are not controlled by the government. They operate independently, providing additional options for healthcare. This diversity in private healthcare plays a crucial role in meeting the needs of both urban and rural populations, complementing the public health system and ensuring more people can access the care they need. Let's talk about healthcare and equality. A key question here is adequate healthcare really available to everyone? While private healthcare services are on the rise, public services are not expanding at the same rate. This creates a gap, making it harder for many people to access quality care. Sometimes there are unethical practices involved, like prescribing expensive medicines, injections, or saline when simple, effective medications could do the job. It's important to remember to cover your mouth and nose with a mask to prevent the spread of illness, especially in crowded or healthcare settings. Private healthcare tends to be concentrated mainly in urban areas, which means rural populations often have limited access. In fact, only about 20% of the population can afford all the medicines they need during an illness, highlighting a significant inequality. And overall, healthcare services and medicines remain quite expensive, making affordability a real challenge for many. All of these points tie back to the broader theme of healthcare and equality, demonstrating how access and affordability are still major issues that need attention. Let's talk about some of the pressing healthcare and equality concerns that still exist today. First, it's quite alarming that 40% of people admitted to hospitals have to borrow money or even sell possessions just to cover their medical expenses. This highlights how financial barriers can seriously impact access to necessary healthcare. Next, when we look at gender disparities, women's health concerns are often considered less important than the health of men in the family. This is a significant issue because it means women's health needs may be overlooked or undervalued, which can lead to worse health outcomes for women. Another critical point is basic necessities. Many communities, especially in vulnerable areas, lack access to essentials like drinking water, adequate housing, and clean surroundings. Without these fundamental needs, maintaining good health becomes even more difficult. And finally, in many tribal areas, healthcare infrastructure is severely lacking. There are very few health centers available, which means people living in these regions often have to travel long distances to get medical help. All these issues are interconnected and highlight the ongoing challenges we face in achieving true healthcare equity. Addressing these disparities is essential if we want to create a fairer, healthier society for everyone. Now, let's talk about what can be done to improve the health situation in our country. As we've seen, the health of most people here is not in the best shape. But it's important to remember that health isn't just about medical care. It's also closely linked to basic amenities and social conditions. Things like clean water, proper sanitation, nutrition, and safe housing all play a vital role in maintaining good health. One simple yet effective action we can all take is covering our coughs and sneezes. It might seem small, but it helps prevent the spread of infections and protects those around us. At the same time, we need to recognize that the government has a crucial role to play. It's their responsibility to ensure that quality healthcare services are accessible to everyone, especially the poor and the disadvantaged. No one should be left behind when it comes to health. So, to really make a difference, we need to focus on both improving social conditions and strengthening healthcare services. Working together on these fronts is essential if we want to see real progress and improve the health outcomes of our people. In 1996, the Kerala government took some significant steps to improve governance and public welfare. One of the most notable changes was allocating about 40% of the entire state budget directly to panchayats, which are local government bodies. This move aimed to empower local communities to take charge of their development. These funds were primarily used for essential services like water supply, food security, women's empowerment, and improving education, including schools and anganwadis, which are crucial for early childhood development. Additionally, Health centers were upgraded to provide better healthcare services. However, despite these advancements, there were still challenges to overcome. For example, access to medicines, sufficient hospital beds, and enough qualified doctors remained issues. These points highlight that while decentralization and increased funding made a positive impact, continuous efforts were needed to address gaps in healthcare infrastructure and services. This example from Kerala underscores the importance of local governance and targeted investments in building a healthier, more empowered society, which aligns with our overall theme of inclusive and effective development. Vamos a hablar sobre el enfoque de Costa Rica, que es uno de los países más saludables de Centroamérica. Lo que realmente destaca aquí es una decisión muy importante que tomaron, decidieron no tener ejército. Esto puede parecer sorprendente, pero en realidad, esa decisión les permitió redirigir esos fondos que normalmente gastarían en defensa hacia áreas fundamentales como la salud, la educación y otras necesidades básicas de su población. Es interesante notar cómo el gobierno costarricense se enfoca en brindar servicios esenciales a todos sus ciudadanos. Por ejemplo, aseguran que haya agua segura, saneamiento, nutrición adecuada y viviendas dignas para todos. Todo esto crea una base sólida para el bienestar general del país. También, la educación en salud es vista como un pilar fundamental. Es decir, no solo se trata de tener acceso a servicios, sino también de entender cómo mantener una vida saludable. Todo esto muestra como un enfoque consciente en la inversión social puede marcar la diferencia en la calidad de vida de un país. Y, en el contexto de nuestra presentación, ilustra claramente cómo las prioridades y decisiones de un país impactan directamente en la salud y el bienestar de su gente. Let's go through some important points with this worksheet and MCQ. First, most doctors tend to settle in urban areas where there's better infrastructure and more opportunities. This is a common trend, and it impacts the distribution of healthcare services across regions. Next, when we talk about relief and rehabilitation during natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, or tsunamis, the resource primarily used is medical aid or healthcare facilities. These play a crucial role in helping affected populations recover and rebuild. Moving on, in private healthcare facilities, patients often have to pay a significant amount of money for each service they use. This highlights the importance of understanding the difference between public and private healthcare systems, especially in terms of accessibility and affordability. Now, India is the world's insert number, e.g., largest or second largest asterisk producer of medicines. Not only do we produce a large quantity, but India is also a major asterisk insert word, e.g., exporter or supplier asterisk of medicines globally. This emphasizes India's key role in the pharmaceutical industry and its contribution to global health. Finally, India attracts a large number of asterisk insert type, e.g., medical, or health, asterisk tourists from many countries. This shows how India has developed a reputation for quality healthcare services, making it a popular destination for medical tourism. Connecting all these points back to our overall theme, understanding these aspects helps us appreciate India's healthcare landscape, its strengths, and areas where it continues to grow and improve. Now, let's look at some sample questions to help you prepare better. For example, question 3 asks us to give some waterborne diseases. These are illnesses like cholera, typhoid, and hepatitis A that spread through contaminated water. Recognizing these helps us understand the importance of clean water and sanitation. Moving on, question 7 is about the capital of Costa Rica. The answer is San Jose. Knowing such geographical facts is essential for a well-rounded understanding of world geography. Question 4 asks, what do we mean by public health? Public health is all about protecting and improving the health of communities through prevention, education, and policy measures. It's a collective effort to reduce disease and promote well-being. Next, question 8, What does RMPs stand for? RMPs are registered medical practitioners. They're qualified doctors authorized to practice medicine and provide healthcare services. Question 5 discusses who runs the public healthcare system. Typically, it's managed by government health departments or agencies, ensuring that essential health services are accessible to everyone, especially those in need. Finally, question 6 asks us to name any specialized hospitals, whether government or private. These hospitals focus on specific fields like cardiology, oncology, or orthopedic surgery, providing specialized care beyond general treatment. Connecting all these points, they emphasize the importance of understanding various aspects of healthcare, from diseases and geography to healthcare systems and specialized facilities. This knowledge is fundamental as we work towards a healthier, more informed society. Now, let's look at some sample questions related to the role of the government in health. These questions help us understand how various factors influence our health and how government policies can make a difference. First, consider the question, on which of the following does our good health depend? The options are clean drinking water, a pollution-free environment, hygienic food, or all of these. The correct answer is all of these, because good health depends on multiple factors working together. The government plays a crucial role in ensuring access to clean water, controlling pollution, and promoting hygienic food practices. Next, we have a question about diseases. Which one of the following is a communicable disease? The options are headache, cancer, sore throat, or diarrhea. The answer here is diarrhea, as it's caused by microorganisms and can spread from person to person, making it contagious. This highlights the importance of government initiatives in controlling infectious diseases through sanitation, vaccination, and health education. Lastly, there's a question about healthcare facilities. Which type of healthcare facility is costly? The choices are private, public, both, or they are the same. The correct answer is private. Private healthcare tends to be more expensive because it often offers specialized and immediate services, whereas public healthcare is usually subsidized or free, funded by the government. This difference underscores the government's role in providing affordable healthcare options for all. So, these questions remind us that the government's involvement is vital in ensuring health-related resources, controlling diseases, and making healthcare accessible and affordable for everyone. Let's go through some more questions to test our understanding. First, what does PHC stand for? Is it a private health center, a public health court, a primary health center, or all of these? The correct answer is C, primary health center. This is a fundamental concept because primary health centers are the first point of contact in our healthcare system, especially in rural areas. Next, let's consider the budget allocation. What percentage of the state budget in Kerala is allocated to panchayats? Is it 10% or 20%? The actual figure is 20%. Panchayats play a vital role in local development, including health initiatives, so understanding their budget share helps us see their importance. Moving on, what percentage of people can afford the required medical care? Is it 10%, 20%, 30%, or 40%? The correct answer is 30%. This highlights a significant issue. Many people still struggle to afford essential health care, emphasizing the need for accessible and affordable services. Now, a quick reminder. Thank you for your attention. And lastly, let's consider a true or false statement. Blood required for a patient is generally available at a medicine bank. The answer is true. Blood banks ensure that blood is available when needed, which is critical in emergencies and ongoing treatments. These questions reinforce key points about healthcare accessibility, the importance of primary health centers, and the role of local governance. They connect directly to our overall theme of understanding and improving our healthcare system.